It's 6 digits.
What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of Six Figures to Bigger Figures. This is my story of how I inherited, lost, regained, and will surpass a six-figure net worth. And I bring you guys along with me for the journey. All I ask is that you like, share, and subscribe to at 6FTBF. Now, today, I want to talk about your emotions and the stock market. And I think right now is a very appropriate time to speak about this, especially what's happening with GameStop and all these other stocks that are currently in a short position or being shorted by hedge funds, and what we've been seeing with some of these cryptocurrencies. Okay, now, if you're on the sidelines, you may be asking yourself, am I missing out? Right? The fear of missing out, FOMO. Should I be jumping in? There are all these stories of individuals who are paying off debt, paying off their homes and their student loans, becoming millionaires overnight by being involved in this GameStop play, if you will. What I'm here to do is to inform you of what's happening, right? I'm not here to give you any stock advice, but I'm here to give you information so hopefully you can make an informed decision. One that's not based in emotion, but one that's based on facts and data, based on your own research. Okay? So that's what I want to talk about. Let's go.
It's 6 digits.
All right. So now, as a general rule, FOMO is only a good thing, in my opinion, when you as an investor is capitalizing on someone else's emotions, right? You yourself should not be making any decisions based on that, okay? You need to be making informed decisions. And what's happening here with GameStop is that we have a lot of persons who are investing and getting involved emotionally because of they're hearing all these stories. Now, before we make any conclusion which side I'm taking on this, let me say this. Let's get some background as to what's actually happening and why this play was actually a pretty smart move, okay? You may have already heard of the Reddit group Wall Street Bets. I don't know if you heard of username Jeff Amazon, but that was the user that first brought this idea or first started this movement to begin with, okay? First, let's talk about shorting, okay? Now, a short strategy is where a hedge fund purchases stock, sells it immediately, then purchases it in the future for a lower price, and then returns that stock back. Okay? Now, the delta between what they sold it for and what they purchased it for becomes their profit. A short squeeze is when you're in a short position and that stock price, as opposed to going down, it actually goes up. Now, there's pressure on you as the hedge fund manager or as the person in a short position to cover that stock, right? Because you have to purchase it back. You need to hedge. You got to cover it, right? And in some cases, there's a demand that you start giving some of this stock back over time, right? So in any case, Jeff Amazon figured out through research or what have you that GameStop had about 100% of its stock shorted, but 100% of its outstanding stock was shorted. That in itself is crazy. What's even crazier is that some say, and as of today, if I'm not mistaken, there are reports out there that says the stock is actually 140% shorted. So 140% of its outstanding stock is in a short position, which of course doesn't make any sense, right? What it means is we have more stock being borrowed that actually exists. And that shouldn't be allowed. But here we are. Okay. Now, Jeff Amazon, username Jeff Amazon, the GOAT, he figured, well, if they're at 100% or near 100%, then it's not going to take much for a squeeze to naturally occur, right? We're talking the free market. There's supply and demand. And right now, supply is very, very low. So supply is very, very, very low. If there's any demand for that stock, the price is going to shoot right up. And that's what it did. Further, he saw that Ryan Cohen, the CEO of Chewy, had a stake in GameStop, a significant stake. At this point, he wasn't sure if Ryan Cohen knew that there was a natural squeeze about to take place, that Wall Street was actually sleeping at the wheel, or if Ryan Cohen actually believes that he has the ability and capacity to turn this company around. Either way, it just strengthened his theory and strengthened his position that this is a prime opportunity for a squeeze, one of historical proportions, which it has been. And the reason why that is because there's just so limited amount of stock out there. It just is. And now the hedge funds, they have to purchase this stock. Well, if there isn't much stock to purchase because all the retail users are buying and holding, then the price of that stock is just going to continue to climb and go up and go up and go up, which is what we've been seeing. It actually was a very, very, very smart move on his part. Now, I don't know. I'm not gonna give percentages of who knew, who's in the know versus who's not in the know. But the fact that we have a lot of emotional investors jumping on top of the wave, so to speak, it just further compounds the issue. Now, what we're seeing here is a bubble. And as it has created a bubble. And as we know with all bubbles, they must come to an end, they must burst. When that is, who knows? Some actually believe that they can get this stock up to $1,000 a share. And honestly, being completely honest, if there's no external intervention from the brokerage companies, the brokerage firms, federal regulators, it may actually be possible, okay? But we've already seen brokerages step in, okay, which is a bad sign, right? Well, it's a scary sign, to be honest, right? Because now the free market isn't looking so free. Now, if you guys know me, you probably know my advice already. And my advice is stay away, okay? Stay away. There are a whole lot of other plays out there. And some of these plays are right in front of you. This is gonna be another play, okay? If you miss this wave, miss this run, that's fine, right? We don't wanna make decisions based on emotion. We wanna make decisions based on strategy, right? Some things that are well thought out, right? You know where you wanna go, you know why the stock is gonna go up, and you know how long you wanna hold the stock. I don't want you getting involved in anything because, ooh, I heard this great story and this person made a lot of money. I should jump in. I don't know, right? That's not enough for us, right? That's too speculative for us. So I don't want you getting involved in that. Now this brings me to the other speculative cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrencies, I think they're here to stay, honestly. But there's one in particular that makes me raise an eyebrow. Well, there's thousands of them, right? There are thousands of cryptocurrencies, but this one in particular that makes me raise my eyebrow, and it's Doji Coin, or Doggy Coin, or Dog Coin, whatever you want to call it. If you research that cryptocurrency, it literally says that this currency started as a joke. So it's telling you it's a joke. I'm never going to recommend anyone put their money in a joke. Now, the only reason why people are experiencing all this money and all this appreciation in that coin is because of FOMO. Is because some people made some money on it. They made it known. People are seeing the price go up, and everyone wants to flock to it. Everyone wants to jump to it, right? But there is no fundamental basis for it. Again, another sign of a bubble. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to make any money on it. What I'm saying is you're playing a dangerous game. All right? And there are other plays out there. I'll give you a couple. Why not? Boeing had a not so great earnings report, so the stock took a hit. It's under $200 right now. That's a good pickup. In my opinion. I don't want to smoke. That's a good pickup. Facebook about 250. In my opinion, good pickup. Right? People being very emotional with Facebook right now. They want to ban your boy, and depending on your political stance or your stance on free speech, people overreacted and people getting pretty emotional about it, and quite frankly, I think it's a knee-jerk reaction. They're also getting into a spat with Apple right now. So Apple and Facebook right now, the stock as it is right now has taken a bit of a hit. Good stocks, man. Good stocks. Look at their cash. Look at their balance sheet. Okay? How often do you check Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram? What platform is this video on right now? What's the likelihood of them going away? All right? Think ahead. Don't get too emotional. Try to stay in here, okay? Apple. Look at the cash they're sitting on. What device am I using to record this right now? What device are you watching this on right now? Now, you may be, a Google phone guy or whatever you want to call those things, green bubble guy. I don't know what good for you. But I'm a blue bubble guy, Apple guy, right? Look around. What are people using? Look at the 5G space. What is Apple doing in the 5G space? So let people be emotional. I think what's happening right now, to be honest, is there's a lot of attention going on with GameStop and these shorted companies that people are focusing on that and they're missing out on other opportunities. There are a lot of other opportunities out there. So I want you to be informed when you make your decision. That's what we do. Okay? I don't have Dogecoin. I don't have GameStop. I'm watching though. I am watching. Because how this is handled is going to change the stock game forever. I didn't get in this position of being halfway away from my goal by making emotional, speculative plays. I got here by making careful, informed decisions. And that's what you should be doing as well. Okay? You can do some swing plays. That's fine. There is a thing as momentum. And honestly, I do play momentum plays. I do. But they're not emotional plays. I do momentum plays because I'm playing other people's emotions. There's a difference. As hypocritical as that sounds, there's a difference. And also, I'm not leveraging the house to do it either. Okay? The majority of my positions are investment positions, long-term positions. Then I have a small percentage that I use to do swing trades, momentum trades, emotional trades. But this, I don't want no smoke. And I recommend that you don't want the smoke either. All right? I'm going to stop it right there. Till next time.
It's 6 digits.